wherever you are and you're living in your greatest purpose. Okay, so I hope you are living in your greatest purpose. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Thank you to all who have booked personal readings, all the channel members, new subscribers. As usual, this technology stuff is not my forte, y'all. So bear with me. Okay, so let's see if we can just adjust this a little bit more. Hey y'all, as you're tuning in, you can tell me where you're tuning in from as I, as usual, just try to get this thing together. Let me know if you could hear me, if you could hear me very well, if you could also see me. So today I have a message. Hey Crystal 3000, good to see you. I have a message, and the message is kind of like, it's like a combination of a lot of different things. Hi Indiana, not hi Indiana, hi Crystal from Indiana. Good to see you. All right, so I truly hope the sun is shining wherever you are. You're living in your greatest purpose. Truly hope you are living your bestest life ever. For some of you, it definitely is going to resonate that I'm talking about living your best life, even though I feel like there's like two sides of the spectrum. It's like one side, it's like there are people who are kind of like experiencing, the opposite end. And then there are some folks that are experiencing, a different side. And I'm going to talk about what I mean by that. I feel like the chosen right now, and this is, not a lot of people like to hear that word chosen. I truly feel that the chosen, those who know that they were sent by the divine, that they are a child of nature, that they've been sent to do some extraordinary work on this planet. Those people, okay? And I feel like by now you know whether or not you're a chosen. Like there's no question right now, okay? I feel like that point in time where you were supposed to have figured out whether or not you are a chosen seed, like by now, if you are a chosen seed, like if you are someone who's chosen, you already know. There's no question. The universe has revealed it to you. Your spirit guides have revealed it to you. You know that's who you are. No question. So when I refer to the chosen, I know that those who know that's exactly who they are, you know that this is definitely relating to you. And there are some people that are going to feel left out when I say this. When I say, oh, the chosen, there's automatically a group of people that are going to feel left out. Okay? If you feel left out, there's some more stuff that you get to do. Okay? Yeah, you know that you are someone who's been chosen by the divine, by your spirit guides, by Mother Nature, the cosmos, to do something having to do with improving human nature, having to do with restoring the natural balance of things, as there are folks who have been engaged for years, generations after generations. I mean, like, there are families that have devoted, generations after generations to like causing a great amount of imbalance. And so at the same time, it's like the spiritual war happening, right? While you have a group of people who have devoted their whole life to, maintaining a level of imbalance, you also have people, those who know that they're chosen, that have been, devoted lifetimes, generations after generations. I'm talking about like your ancestors, okay? This is ancestral. This is your ancestors were involved in restoring the natural balance of things. Like, if you're someone who's chosen, you're not the first. Okay? You have people who came before you that were doing this work. Like, it's not just something that just came out of the blue. Like, the fact that you're able to decipher codes and you're able to hear your spirit guides when they speak to you, it's because there are people that came before you that did this. You're not the first. And your ancestors have given you a path. They have left codes. They have left the cheat sheet for you to know exactly what to do. And for some of you who have grown up in families that does not understand or did not understand that you were a chosen, it's been challenging for that very same reason, because your ancestors gave you the codes for you to walk the path that you're supposed to walk in order for you to continue the work that they did. Okay? So you walk with powerful spirit guides. You walk with powerful ancestors that did this before. And they knew that within your family that you would be the one that came in, that you're the chosen one. Okay? And that's why many of you have you have experienced so much jealousy. You've experienced so much, imbalance. And, your people have tried to throw you off your path. It's those very same people that have devoted generations after generations to causing the imbalance. Okay, that's part of the reason why your path has been the way it has. And another reason is because you had to be tested. Okay, let's be real. You had to be tested because there are some decisions that you made on your path to fully understanding what it means to be a chosen. You had to go through the path that you did because it's like it was a reawakening process. You had to reawaken because the system that's involved in creating the imbalance, it literally, excuse the French, it put your ass to sleep. Okay? All right? It put you to sleep. And so certain things had to happen so you can reawaken. You had to experience some things. It's like the universe had to shake you up. Yet know that you're not the first. You are not the first to do this. You come from a lineage of people, ancestors that's done this before. So you are right now in a very defining moment of your life as a chosen seed, because number one, you've already recognized at this point that you are chosen, where there may have been some inkling of a doubt previously, whether or not that this was what you were meant to do, whether you were chosen, whether you had a greater purpose. Okay, there may have been a point where that was a question in your mind. Now it's not that time. So that's the difference now. Now you know exactly who you are. You know that you are a chosen seed. You've been sent here by the divine, it's like all the cosmos are working, to make sure that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay? So that's the difference. You know who you are, and you are coming into this realization right now because you know who you are. Now your ancestors are like, okay, there's some things that we can do with her. There's some things that we can do with him. And so what you're going to experience is that you're going to experience some extraordinary upgrades with your spiritual gifts like never before. You're going to be seeing things. You're going to be connecting the dots like never before. And you had to come to this place. You had to be in this space in order for you to elevate to this level. And some of you may be like, well, what happens next? What happens next is you're already seeing what's happening next. All of those who have worked lifetimes after lifetime, generations, who have devoted their whole lineage, best believe, just like your ancestors have devoted their whole bloodline to assuring that humanity stays intact, there are people, again, I know I'm repeating this, that have devoted generations, lifetimes after lifetimes, to assuring that certain secrets are kept. Okay, because that's the only way they've been able to function this long. They've devoted a long time of energy to keeping the chosen asleep, because that's the only way that they could, like, create this false illusion of imbalance. So what happens next is you're experiencing it now. What you are experiencing, and many of you see this, you literally see Babylon falling before your eyes. You literally see Babylon burning before your eyes. That's what you see. And many of you have the eyes to see this. You see the dots are being connected. It's like the folks that have devoted a lifetime to keeping folks asleep, to that doesn't even, like, keeping folks asleep doesn't even really describe the kind of ish these folks have been doing. And the last live that I came on, I spoke on, I believe it was the last live. It may have been last week, where I was speaking about how children, how children have been used, how their energies have been used, their energy of innocence have been used, it's like to create this energy of disruption. Because you see, the people that they operate on energy. The disruption that they're able to create, it's because of a certain energy that they've disrupted, and they've devoted a great amount of time to doing this, disrupting, natural forces, the natural order of things. They've devoted a huge amount of time to doing this. They're going down, it's like everything is being uncovered. They can no longer hide the secret. Whatever it is that they've been doing to disrupting the natural order of things, especially having to do with children. And what I'm seeing right now, and many of you may be seeing this at the same time, a lot of information is coming out because it's just time. It's time. And so what you're seeing now is the result of the work that you've been doing as a chosen seed, the libations you've been pouring, the spiritual work that you've been doing, the fact that you connected yourself to your ancestors who have, I want to say, the cheat sheet, the code to doing this thing. And, a lot of folks have issues with, us talking about ancestors. I've heard folks talk about, oh, why are you talking about ancestors? They're dead. These are people that are dead. Now, that's how you know someone has a very limited view of the world, is that you gonna say that just because you don't see the flesh, that, there's no spirit. And it's crazy. It be the folks that, that are talking about, Jesus this on Sundays, that will say, oh, there's no such thing as spirit. It's only, once the flesh is gone, that's it. Like, even that whole thing doesn't make sense to me. So what you're going to be seeing is that a lot more folks, a lot more folks are going to come out, tell their truth. That's also going to be revealing the kind of stuff that's been hidden in shadows, that's been done in the background, because people are just awakening to a higher level now, because a lot more people are telling their truth. And I kid you not, like within a period of like less than, I would say 12 hours, like I've never seen so many things revealed within a short period of time. It's like back to back to back to back to back to back. You're hearing about this death. You're hearing about, new information is coming out about this person, a case that existed like 6 years ago. Like now the information is coming out because it's time. Remember year 9, Year 9 represents an ending, We talked about this before. Year 9 it's like, this is where it ends, all right? This is where it's like that battleground, that war that we've been fighting, and some of you don't get it twisted. We're talking about a spiritual war that has existed for quite some time. It's a spiritual battle that has existed for quite some time, where there are certain people that's been operating to keep the chosen asleep, to keep, nature from taking its course, so that we live more in an artificial world. There's that war that's been happening on a spiritual level. You're seeing things come to a culmination, and ultimately certain things are being revealed because it's an ending. Okay? It's like like there's like a specific amount of time that was given, right? Because these folks, whatever they've been doing, nature is like, listen, I sat back and watched you do, okay? I allowed, okay? I sat back and I just watched. I watched as you did X, Y, and Z. I watched as your ancestors did X, Y, and Z. I watched as everyone in your bloodline benefited from, keeping a certain people subordinated. I watched. And I watched to see if anything would change throughout the process. And continually, year after year, generations after generations, you continually abused your power. Nature is saying this, okay? Like, you continually abuse your power, and you thought that I was just going to just sit back and just watch you just bring, like, what? And Mother Nature is just like, that's it for you. That's it for you. You come to the end of the road. This is the extent, okay? Whatever new world order that you seek to have, that's not it. Whatever world that consists of all things artificial that you're trying to bring into this realm, that's not it. Like, they don't call me Mother Nature for nothing. Okay? What makes you think that I would allow you to take over and bring a world of all things artificial? I feel like that's what Mother Nature is saying. Like you see these folks out here trying to play God. They trying to emulate, all sorts of stuff, thinking they can control the weather, they can control this. I'm saying, like, these folks have done enough, y'all. They have done enough. They have truly done enough. And this is not to say any of us are perfect, okay? We seek and we strive towards perfection. All right, knowing that we all have flaws, right? Because it's like you live in this system, yet we continually seek to elevate ourselves because we know we have a greater purpose. These folks, I mean, like, folks selling their soul just for the dollar, like selling their children, sacrificing their, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. So what you are seeing right now is like a culmination of things that are coming towards an end. And you who have sat back patiently, and not sat back in a sense where you were not actively doing your spiritual work. Many of you kind of like sat back. You didn't say too much because your ancestors, your spirit guides were like, listen, now is not the time. You were given the instruction not to advance on a lot of different things because your ancestors, your spirit guides, all those that walk with you, they're like, listen, relax, that's not it. And you were, what's the word? Diligent. You listen. Okay? You listen when the world was trying to tell you that if you didn't drive the latest Benz, if you didn't drive the latest that and the third, if you didn't wear the latest, brand, okay? Many of you sat and watched this, like a world that devalued you for thinking differently because you were chosen. You didn't subscribe to that whole notion of, whatever it is that they were selling to you. You sat back and you watched. You allowed yourself to be yourself, to be your most authentic self. You allowed yourself to be your most authentic self in a world that was trying to tell you that you should be artificial, that you should be a follower, that you should be someone that subscribed to whatever images and things that they're trying to sell you. You didn't buy into it. And now you are going to be rewarded for that. You're going to be rewarded for being diligent, for listening, okay? For staying in your natural state, okay? For staying in a natural state when the world judged you for it. When the world, put you down for it. When the world did all types of stuff. Like they tried to sabotage you. I mean, I know y'all experience all types of ish for this gift that you carry, this title that you carry of being someone, of being a chosen. You experience a lot for it. And yet you didn't allow it to push you back. You didn't allow it to manipulate you. You didn't allow it to make you sell out. Okay? Because I know that there are forces that came to you trying to make you sell out. Trying to tell you that they're going to give you X, Y, and Z if you do X, Y, and Z. If you subscribe to the unnatural, okay, they would pay you. Okay? If you became this, if you left your natural state of being, it's almost like they're trying to convince you to renounce your title, to renounce your throne of being the chosen. They came with all types of stuff, all types of offers. And for many of you, those offers came by way of people that pretended to be, someone that they're not. They sent all types of people. Many of you, those folks that came into your life, many of them, they came into your life to sabotage it. They were sent. You didn't meet those folks by accident. It's like they were planted there. They were planted there to sabotage you. And yet over and over again, the universe proved that you as a chosen are much more powerful than any plan that could come against you. You prove the power of the natural. You prove the power of Mother Nature by continually staying true to who you are. In a world that seems to think that morality means weakness, you stayed true to who you are. You didn't falter. They called you all types of names. It didn't sway you one bit. They sent people that they knew could possibly change you into what they wanted you to. Yet regardless, you didn't fall for it. You didn't take the bait. You didn't fall for the trap. You said, ain't no amount of money that you got is worth my soul. Okay? Ain't no amount of money. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. Ain't no amount of money that you got is worth sabotaging my soul. Because y'all know, even though a lot of these folks seem to think that, this physical existence is all there is to life, there's a lot much more. There's a lot much more, and you didn't fall for their trap. And best believe, chosen, you are divinely protected. Okay? You're divinely protected. Stay diligent. Because whatever downfall these folks are experiencing, it's like, you know how, I think there's like this analogy about, the serpent and, when the serpent's on its way out, that's when it's its most dangerous. Watch out, stay diligent, keep your eyes open. All right. We've already been promised to win this battle, the spiritual battle. Mother Nature has confirmed it for us. Yet stay diligent, okay? Stay diligent and keep your eyes focused on the prize, because they got all kinds of distractions. All types of distractions. Yet we know that we've already got this thing. We've got this thing, y'all. All right. So for those who've been experiencing and seeing what's happening around you, stay encouraged. Stay encouraged, because all that you see that's happening, it's happening in our favor as the chosen. All right, y'all. Peace, love, and divine light. I did not come on here for that long. Be encouraged, stay encouraged, continue to do your spiritual work. Them folks didn't intimidate you before. They're not going to intimidate you now. Okay? Whatever it is that they've tried to persuade you to go to, whatever, they didn't win then, they're not going to win now. Okay? Continue to stay true to your purpose. Peace, love, and divine light. Okay? I'm going to be doing a live for the members. I know I haven't done one in a minute. All right, y'all. Stay encouraged. Peace, love, divine light.